So picture this. You wake up in Fort Erie, take a morning stroll along the Niagara River, and watch the sunrise over the water. But is it as perfect as it sounds? After spending weeks digging into Fort Erie's real estate market and lifestyle, plus I live here, I've uncovered some surprising facts that I have to share with you so you can make a proper decision. Hi, my name is Vanessa Wilson, and I believe that real estate doesn't always have to be in black and white. In this video, I will speak to you about the pros and cons of living in Fort Erie and help you make an informed choice. Also, don't forget to stick around until the end as I have a bonus tip. Let's not waste any time and get started. So starting with number 5, Fort Erie is close to the US border. Imagine if you could just go and have a visit to the US and come back to Canada without booking a flight or worrying about much transportation. Sounds too good to be true. It isn't as if Fort Erie is in good proximity to the US border. The town is strategically positioned at the region's southeastern corner. This makes living in Fort Erie mind-blowing, as you can practically have access to the US and its amenities at your fingertips. The most commonly used border crossing near Buffalo is the Peace Bridge, which connects Fort Erie to Buffalo. To avoid lineups and delays, travelers can check live border wait times from the Canada Border Services Agency, CBSA, or the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP. The Peace Bridge has dedicated nexus, which is what I have, lanes for expedited border clearance, and travelers can also use the Easy Pass for convenience and cost savings to cross. This is a blessing for people as it allows people to work in Buffalo while living in Fort Erie. Speaking of which, coming in at number 4. Fort Erie has limited job opportunities. Well, I know what I said earlier about working in Buffalo while living in Fort Erie isn't practical at all, and it was just a joke, as there would be hefty process to go through regardless. What isn't a joke is the fact that people who live in Fort Erie often have to commute to nearby towns for work, as the job market isn't lucrative at all. I recently checked out LinkedIn, Indeed, and all the other job platforms to check. And I did this because a client of mine asked me about it and what was available. What I found was interesting, to say the least. There were no job openings in technical and specialized fields. Instead, all of the jobs were in hospitality sector. Given Fort Erie's proximity to Buffalo, many residents do commute to nearby cities for work. Buffalo, New York offers a broader range of job opportunities in various industries. Additionally, the Niagara region as a whole has employment options, especially in tourism, healthcare, and manufacturing. This makes living in Fort Erie sort of an inconvenience. So why would anyone live here? Well, moving on to number 3. Fort Erie has an affordable housing market. You see, this is a common thing people do. They work in a high-profile place, but buy a house in a much more affordable place to save money. That's a purpose Fort Erie serves for a lot of people. To help people find affordable places to live, Fort Erie is working on several projects. They're following advice from a housing needs perspective and assessment to make better policies and put policies in place. Plus, they're creating a community improvement plan that offers incentives for developers to build more affordable homes. Housing needs to be affordable, as you don't want to be outside in the winter. Coming in at number 2, the winters. The winters can be harsh. Winters in Fort Erie can be pretty chilly and snowy, a lot coming from Buffalo. From December to March, you'll see cold temperatures and plenty of snow and ice, especially in January and February. So it's important to be ready for snow days, as the area gets regular snowfall, and we know that because I shovel snow, and the roads and sidewalks need to be frequently cleared. So make sure you have good snow shovels, snow blowers, and rely on snow removal services to keep things safe. Driving in winter can be tricky. I have winter tires, so with slippery roads and low visibility during snowstorms, it's smart to use winter tires and drive slowly, which some of us need to do, leaving extra time for trips. Also, heating your home can get expensive in the cold months. To save money, make sure your home is well insulated and your heating system is working properly and efficiently. With a little preparation, you can stay warm and safe all winter long in Fort Erie. And so moving on to number 1. Fort Erie has unparalleled natural beauty, which is why we moved here. Fort Erie is full of beautiful places that make it a hidden gem on Canada's border. One of the best spots is Crystal Beach. With its soft, sandy shores and clear views of Lake Erie, it's a perfect place to relax or enjoy a day by the water. Another great area to explore is the Friendship Trail. I use this quite often. This 16-kilometer trail takes you through farmland, quiet villages, and along the shore of Lake Erie. It often leads to the historic old Fort Erie and connects to the Niagara River and the recreational trail. So whether you're walking or biking, you'll be able to be surrounded by the natural beauty of Fort Erie. And I go on that trail quite often. So thank you for watching this video until the end. Now for the bonus tip. Rich historical heritage of Fort Erie. Fort Erie is a town full of rich history, perfect for history buffs or anyone who loves learning about the past. One of the coolest places to visit is the old Fort Erie itself, which was important during the War of 1812. So living in Fort Erie means you can easily explore this fort and other historical spots anytime you want. It's like stepping back in time. Whether you're visiting the fort or learning about local history, there's always something interesting to discover here. If you love history, Fort Erie is a great place to call home. Now that you know what you need to know about Fort Erie, to make a choice, you're free to contact me. But wait, where should you move to Fort Erie? Check out this video to find out once again. My name is Vanessa Wilson, and I am a realtor from Niagara region, Ontario, Canada. And if I can service you, my contact information is in the description boxes below. And if you want to keep receiving real estate market updates, make sure to subscribe and follow me here and all my other socials. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. And remember, real estate doesn't always have to be in black and white.